would say more than that, dealing with my own struggles in finding out and being diagnosed with systemic lupus. But as a result, the profession I would say I'm in now is really healthy lifestyle coach. That's what you can call me, because now I work with women that are facing diagnosis and having chronic issues and helping them learn how to eat healthier and really find their way back to a quality of life in terms of, just getting rid of the pain and suffering, and also being able to see themselves as the way that God sees them. Because a lot of times when we deal with chronic issues, a lot of us forget who we are and whose child we are, right? So
Hmm.
that's really my goal, and that's my purpose, is to kind of make sure they come back and really see themselves healthy and ready to be here on purpose to do what they can do while we're here. So, hello, Jermaine. Good to see you on Facebook. I also say that I have been married for a while, over
Yes.
30 years. We'll be 30.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
Two children, uh, no dogs and cats, no dogs and cats or anything like that. I love to travel. I love to swim. I love to smile, and I love to be a blessing to other people as I spread, the good news of Jesus Christ at the same time, but more importantly, also helping other people recognize that you don't have to have this badge of honor saying that you have this chronic disease, because God heals everything. And I truly believe that. So
Mm,
I know we're going to talk a
amazing.
little bit more
Love.
into that. And I
Yes,
wrote a
I
book.
love
We're going
your
to talk about
story.
that too. It
Yes,
helps some
I
people.
love. Like when we spoke for the first time, we spoke forever because I was like, "What? Tell me more." Like it's just a miraculous story from top to bottom. So let us know about like when you first got diagnosed with lupus and that kind of thing. Like, had you heard of it before? What was the process and that whole thing? What happened?
Okay, guys, this is the deal. You got to remember, my story is like eons ago, because most of your I'm sure most of your audience are old enough to be my kids. Okay, so things are done a lot differently, a lot differently. And someone's mentioning Tenille, that they can't see you on IG.
Yeah, I'm about
So
to
just
edit
letting you
that. I
know
don't
that.
know why.
I don't know if you're streaming on IG.
Yeah, I am. I'm on
Okay,
Facebook, IG, and
but the deal.
YouTube.
Okay, and I believe I'm streaming into LinkedIn, so I don't know if we have anybody from there seeing it live, or maybe see it on the replay. But the deal is this: back then, in the old ancient days, the ancient days, it took a while for them to even figure out what I had, because they thought I was nuts and crazy. They thought that I didn't know what I was talking about. There's nothing wrong with you, and you're sharing all these things that are happening to you. I was very, very tired. I worked a 70-hour work week anyway, but I was very, very tired. And I remember my legs swelling uncontrollably. It's the heat of the summer, but I don't live in an area that's like Florida or, California. So I knew something was wrong. And then all of a sudden, I broke out in this rash, right? I broke out in this rash right underneath my eyes. It looked like a strawberry rash. But in the meantime, the doctors are telling me that I'm crazy.
Mm,
And
of course.
I remember my husband just saying stuff like, "How could she be crazy? I live with her. Something's wrong with this lady. This is something wrong." So I mean, we went to, at least 4 or 5 doctors. By the time I got diagnosed, it had to be like 4 to 7 months time or something like that.
Mhm.
And then a friend of ours said, "Why don't you check with a dermatologist, because your skin is all, messed up right here." So I went to a dermatologist, and
Oh,
that's
you
the
had the
person who told me.
butterfly.
Yeah, I had what they call the butterfly wolf rash
Yeah.
right here. And
Hmm.
he's the one that actually took some skin from my scalp and sent it out to the clinic, Mayo Clinic. And I found out that I had lupus. And the first thing I said was, "Am I going to die?"
Aw.
He's like, "No, you're not going to die. If you listen to me, you won't die." But see, I knew of it only because my husband had dated a woman before me that got diagnosed just as they were breaking up.
Okay,
So
that's
that's
interesting.
the only way I knew about it.
That's his type. He
I don't
likes
know. I
interesting.
think that's a God thing, honestly. I
Yeah,
really do.
yeah,
I
makes
really
sense.
do. I really do.
I mean, that is a
Yeah,
blessing
so
though, because
that's the only way I heard of it.
yeah, it's a blessing though because there's a lot of guys who have no idea what that is or like how to uh like deal with having a woman who is can be sick a lot. You know, it's scary. It is not easy. It's definitely not easy.
It's
Hi
scary.
guys, I am I should be completely live on Instagram now, so check please. I don't know why that wouldn't go through. It should be working now. Please let me know. Thank you. Okay, continue.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Go
And
ahead.
it's no joke. It's no, but it's no joke when you say because I've had those questions. Now I'm on YouTube. Kind of re-establish my channel, which is at Coach T Red Glass or it's Glaze, I guess how you say it. But anyway, folks have been asking like, how do you deal with dating? How do you deal with marriage? How do you deal with, you know? And
The singles want to know.
that's a good question because singles want to know.
Yes.
Dating's not going to be easy. I believe, like we had talked about a little bit, right? You got to be upfront with people. You got to let them know what's going on because, God forbid, anything happens when you're on a date and you have a flare up or episode. Maybe you ate something and now your whole body's inflamed, or maybe you have an episode where you have to be transported to the hospital. I know people over the years where they're in hospital for months on a
Well,
time
yeah.
because of their condition. So I really feel since especially systemic lupus is the worst out of all the different kinds of quote unquote lupus you can have.
Hmm.
Because it really messes with your organs, and for some of us, it messes with your central nervous system. I believe all of us, it messes with your kidneys, some kind of way your kidneys are affected. Um,
Knock on wood.
I've
I
had
haven't had
people.
kidney involvement yet. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So we're gonna
Pray.
keep it. God blessing us on that.
Thank, thank you.
But I've noticed that we have to really take charge of our bodies,
Hmm.
really keep our immune systems up. Thank goodness when we were in the middle of 2020, I was truly blessed because I kept my immune system very high
Mm-hmm.
and I did not in any way had that at all
Okay, I would like to
during that
ask you
year. Nothing.
a personal question. So, are you on
Sure.
medication right now for lupus? Like, are you on any like anti?
Yes, I have one. I have one medication. I had six when I first started. I
Okay.
had six medications when I first got diagnosed because remember, they didn't know anything. They were clueless and they were telling me
Girl,
all kinds of stuff and
listen,
they over medicated me.
everyone, even in the years between the time that we both were diagnosed, when I had my worst flare up, I was on 18 medications, taking 18 pills a day. So not all different medications, but taking 18 pills a day, and then giving myself a blood thinner shot every day also. So like they had me tied to a alarm clock and the bed and a glass of water because I had to take all the medication. So a lot of people that I know don't want to keep their immune system high because it's a malfunction in the immune system. So a lot of people that I know that take a lot of lupus medication, they refuse to work on their immune system because they are like, no, I'm on immune suppressant drugs, so I can't have a high immune system. Shake your head again. Tell them again, coach. Tell them again because it's
Okay,
terrible.
okay, okay. It is terrible. Let me tell you, like I said, my background is health. And in addition to that, I guess I should share some of my credentials just so people know. Okay. Um, Went to a school for, I was graduate of the, what's it called? IIN, which is the Integrative Nutrition School, graduated there. I've also worked with Weight Watchers for 8 years. Okay. So
Mm,
I've helped thousands of women lose thousands and thousands of weight. Okay, because
mhm,
Weight Watchers is known for people being overweight or obese, and I was obese. I'll tell anybody I was 100 pounds or more overweight during this process of finding out that I was diagnosed to the part where I took control and got rid of the weight. But it's really serious when we are talking about anything with any dis-ease in our bodies, which to me dis-ease means there is it's not ease. The body has not any easiness about it. You're doing everything that's causing dis-ease in it, right? So we have to go back to our natural roots of things. Our immune system is there for a reason. is to protect us, right? It's to keep us from injury, from harm, from inflammation. So when you find fruits, vegetables, grains, and all that other stuff that helps boost the immune system, it's going to be protected. But when you are taking medications that's going the opposite way, your immune system is going to decrease. So it opens your body for more infection.
Hello.
And you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
Hello.
Now,
Tell them.
come on. Why would you want to do that? Even with the fact of having six medications to one, and that one, my doctor says, oh, it's really just to keep your kidneys, kind of like on balance and stuff like that. I've read so many things about my medication because I want to know what the side effects are. I want to
Mhm.
know if I feel dizzy, if I took too much and not enough. I like to research and kind of know where I'm at with my body.
You
And I'm
must.
already, yes, yes.
Yes.
I'm right now dealing with my doctor saying, okay, how can I get off of this drug? Okay, we're going to work on this one. You know what I'm saying? The more
Yeah.
we do naturally, I feel, and we got to remember, medication is nothing wrong with, okay? Let me rephrase it this way. I'm going to be careful with my words. Doctors also have a reason for being on this earth. They do help a lot of us overcome a lot of things. But in the
Mhm.
meantime, we still got to use our brain cells and figure some things out for your body. I had this
Right.
conversation with my general practitioner. She is very aware of my background. I've been with her about 4 or 5 years, right?
Mhm.
And we are talking about my book, and she got my book and everything. She's all excited. So she goes, I don't understand, Terrell. She said, you came through this, you lost weight. I don't see any signs of this condition in your body. How come I have patients that are on medications that are not doing anything to keep themselves whole and healthy? They keep coming back to me with the same issues. Like I keep giving them more medicine. Like they don't want to get off the medicine. I don't understand, Terrell. I said, listen, doc, not everyone is open to make change. Change is not easy to do. Okay,
Tell
it
me. Oh,
really isn't. And when you're used to a routine, you just keep doing that routine over and over. But you got to know, and I'm gonna be honest with this. You got to know who you are. You got to know that you are God's child, and in Him, through Him, and through His image, and walking through Jesus Christ, He can heal anything. But you got to be able to do the work. You got to be able to partner and use the resources He gives you in order to help yourself heal with Him. You know what I'm saying? I had to overcome that. I had to learn once I got to that point during my journey and I was 100 pounds overweight. I was feeling ugly. I was feeling guilty. I was ashamed. I wasn't feeling attractive. By this time, I already had the two children. And my doctor's like, what that this other doctor, I had a rheumatologist, you have one too. Like, what are
mhm.
you doing? You're killing yourself with being 100 pounds overweight. And you have this condition of the systemic lupus. You're
Right.
having your organs work like 100 times harder because you got all of this fat on your body, and your heart is like, is trying to beat it and can't beat that quickly. Then I couldn't breathe, girl. I was going like this, walking up
Oh
the
my
steps, trying
God.
to walk up like I couldn't even do this. And then you got the pain, and then you got the two kids, then you're trying to work. He said, you're killing yourself. He
Right.
said, you are killing yourself. What he said, if you don't stop this, Terrell, I'm gonna tell you straight up, you will not have a husband, and your husband get a new wife, and your kids will get a new mom because you're gonna be dead. That's what he told me. And that
Mm.
was in 20 that was
Oh,
2004. That's when I woke up. Now I got diagnosed in 93, but I woke up in 2004 when he told me that.
wow.
So I had almost 11 years of dealing with the pain, the mental anguish, the people laughing at me, the people laughing behind my back, my hair falling out, the fact that I had two surgeries by that time on my hip because the medication they gave me, which is prednisone, a lot of people know about that, but prednisone
Stand it.
also deteriorates the joints, the
And they
cartilage
don't
in your
tell
joints,
anyone.
and they don't tell nobody that. So they
It's
were over
insane.
pumping me with prednisone, and I had two surgeries on my hips under the age of 30. That is ridiculous. That is
Beyond.
ridiculous.
Beyond.
They don't
And
tell
like
you these things, people.
exactly, like you were saying, it's like the devil you know is better than the heaven you don't know. People just get scared of trying. They're just like, oh, well, I'm just sick and I'm just gonna stay sick. And like I'm not allowed to do that. My doctor says da, da, da. Like it does not make sense to me. It's so counterintuitive to not work on your immune system working correctly instead of taking a handful of pills every day. Like that is what scares people, is actually working on themselves, working on their bodies,
Yes.
working on their mindset.
Yes.
That is more
Yes.
terrifying to them than spending months in a hospital, multiple surgeries, multiple medications. Why? That is what I would like to
Why?
know. Explain to me why you're afraid of feeling good, why you're afraid of being
Thank
healthy.
you.
Yes, like
Thank
we
you.
you got two coaches on this live right now who can help guide you in the direction to start. All you need to
Exactly.
do is reach out. And furthermore, let me talk about this before we just keep talking for the rest of our lives. Um, I met this woman and she has this book. However, she literally does not advertise it anywhere. She doesn't talk about it anywhere. She gives all these great lessons on her lives all the time. And I have never heard her talk about, hey, why don't y'all read my book? So I'm going to do it for her. This is her book, okay? Embarrassed to Empowered. It is a healing lupus story. And my friend Terrell wrote this. Please go and buy this book, okay? It is available everywhere. I would prefer if you got it on her website, because the website is the lifeblood of a author here. And there we go. It is www.livinglovingyouwell.com. Go get the book, people. She wrote it, and she pretends like she didn't write. She wrote this whole book. So it lupus stories are great stories because it's always crazy. Like I've never met anybody be like, yeah, I have lupus. It's like regular Sunday. Like it's usually like my arm fell off. I had to like I laid in the hospital for 37 years and nobody knew what was wrong with me. It's all these insane, intense stories. So if you have listened to and enjoyed my story ever, or any of the other people on here, support the chronic illness space. Support people who are doing it anyways. She has children. She's a wife. She has multiple hats that she wears. She wears cool red glasses every day, and she still had time to write a book. So, support. Okay,
Yes,
go.
yes, yes. And I got more books to write already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's given me, meaning God has given me more books I have to write. So, but this is the first book that I ever wrote, and it's very raw. I let people know that ahead of time. It's okay for the men to buy it too. If you want to read it for yourself or for your wives or your significant other, that's totally cool. But this book was from my heart, really showing you step by step how I felt mentally, emotionally, physically,
Mm,
and
mm.
then spiritually, how God really brought me forth through this. And that is my purpose. It's like I really finally realized, girl, that this is the reason why I'm here, is because I came through this to speak about it so people know they can do it too. Because I just don't
Yes.
understand why women get caught up with this. Like, I remember having a conversation, I'm not going to call any names, but I had a conversation with a person. Find out she had this condition. And she kept just talking about it like it was okay. And I'm like, what are you doing about it? Do you need some help? And she's like, oh
Yeah.
no, I'll just take the medication. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was just like ready to go through the phone, ready to go through the Zoom, like,
Right.
like, wake up, wake up, wake up. You can change this. You can change this. This should not be a badge of honor. The badge of
Exactly.
honor is the victories each and every day that we fight, um, to feel the goodness of the sun, or feel that you could walk another block, or feel that you could eat something and not collapse, or feel that you don't have to be in the hospital for another month, or your
Yeah.
medications got decreased. I mean, I fought
Mhm.
for my medications to be decreased because I started eating and working out and really taking time, surrounding myself with people who edified me, who
Mhm.
really supported my journey. Because you have a lot of people out there that will tell you, like, girl, I don't know what's wrong with you. You act like you better than somebody else. You act like, that. I'm like, what? This is not. I'm not
Why
trying to
do
be.
you
I'm just
know
trying
me?
to.
Why do you know
You
my
know,
struggle? You are speaking my life. Hello? Oh my
they're
gosh.
like telling you, like, that's like, it's not like I have lupus written on my head. Of
Exactly.
course,
I
you're
would
not
never
gonna
look at you.
know,
Yeah, I
you
would never
know
look at you and say, "Oh, something."
exactly. But
Yeah.
you don't know what I've dealt with when there's nights when my husband had to literally lift me out of the bed and take me to the bathroom. Okay. Or the
Mm-hmm.
times I was crying uncontrollably because I found out that I had something like this. And I'm thinking, I'm never going to have children. There's no way in the world I'm going to have children because they just told me this. And then when I go to the first, what do they call the kidney doctors, nephrologist, he says to me, well, as far as we know with this condition, you're not supposed to have children. So I know you guys shouldn't even look to have a family. That's what he told us. You shouldn't have a family. I'm like, what?
Rude,
And then your whole world
disrespectful.
just goes, and I'm newly married. So
Mm,
I'm like, what are we gonna do? I'm like,
I
what are
know.
we gonna do? We're not gonna have children. And my husband looked at the guy, he looked at him, and I looked at him, and I said, God is the ultimate healer. That's
Amen.
the way we're gonna go. And my husband took my hand and we both walked out the door after we said that.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Good.
have two children, grown children. They have no issues with that condition at all. We got them tested and all that. And they rarely got sick. Rarely. I
Mm,
remember one time in their life they had influenza when they were little. That was it. But basically, it's just crazy how people assume certain things with certain conditions. You can change anything: diabetes, cancer, these autoimmunes, hypertension, cholesterol. I am telling you, I know for a fact I've been able to help so many women conquer this, but you have to be willing to do the work. People
say it
just
again.
think
Say
that,
it again, because they are
yeah,
not hearing you. You
they're
have
not
to.
hearing me.
You do
They're not
the
hearing me.
work. Do the work. These are lifestyle diseases. These are within your control. What you need to get control of first, your mind. Your mind. Why are you telling yourself you can't get better? Why are you telling yourself you're not? Why are you claiming this disease? Why are you saying, oh, my lupus, my hypertension, my diabetes? No, it is not yours. Don't claim it. God did not put that on you. You're putting that on you. The
No,
surroundings that you
don't
are
claim it.
around right now are putting that on you. The food you're eating is putting that on you right now. Claim health. Claim happiness. Claim wholeness. Claim your future children, your future marriage. Like, your story is so powerful. I'm so blessed to know you. Thank you, coach. Like, this is thank you so much. I needed this. I needed this. This is wonderful.
She said, I needed that. And Alexis says, oh, yeah. Oh, my girl Alexis is on. Good to see you, Coach Alexis. And she said, yes, she's a humble woman of God walking in her purpose. And she said, you have to do work. Brent says, God is the ultimate healer. Yes, he is. So why
Man.
are we speaking curses over ourselves? We are speaking curses when we say things like that, like we're taking possession of it. See,
Mm,
and the enemy will have you start thinking that. He'll start having you believe the lie, right? So you get distracted by food that's not good for you. So you start eating it, which is worsening the immune system, right? He'll start having you think
mm.
that, hey, this is my quote unquote lupus. This is my diabetes. This is my hypertension. So you stay sick and not well because God already said that sickness is not your portion.
Thank you. Thank you. Amen.
He made us
Amen.
in the image of himself. He made us in the of masterpiece. Okay, to recognize as the children of Most High, and this is for believers because I know there's probably people on here that are not. But um, if you're not a believer, you just ask Jesus Christ to be your savior, and He will save. And you just start getting yourself in a Bible-based church and start reading the Bible and really start learning for yourself your identity, because our identity is in Him, not all the world stuff is telling you. Doctors are here for a purpose. I have nothing against the doctors, but their doctors is not God. They just practice medicine. You know what I'm saying? When that doctor told me, oh, you got to take this much of prednisone, I said, are you nuts? I said, okay. Well, I didn't know any better at the time, so I took it. But as a
Yeah.
result of that, two surgeries later, I'm in a hospital with my being redone. You know what I'm saying? But I know better than to take prednisone.
To
You
be
don't need to be
honest,
taking 70 milligrams
they don't know.
every
You know
day
what I
for
mean? Like,
9 months.
it's all kind of experimental with human beings. You know what I mean?
They
Like,
don't.
scientifically, this should work. Also, scientifically, a bumblebee shouldn't be able to fly because the wings are too small and the body's too big. However, God, like, it just, this is how it happens. So there's nothing that a
Right.
doctor can tell you that it's fact, like 100% of the time it'll work this way, the way that they predicted. Yes, it's predictions. Yes, it's the scientific method. Yes, that all makes sense. However, take control of your own destiny. Do the research. See what is actually possible. Because if it's not a big enough like portion of a chance, they're not gonna tell you that this is possible for you. However, it could be possible for you. If you feel like crap all the time and you're just taking medication and you're not taking care of your immune system and you're not eating correctly and you're not believing in anything, please reach out to Coach Terrell, reach out to myself. We are here. We are a chronic illness community, okay? We are here for women. We're here for men. We are here for people who are ready for change, people who are ready to hear the good news about health and the Lord, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because I know we could keep talking 5 ever, okay?
Yes.
Not even 4, 5 ever. So, but we will 100% have you back on. Thank you so much for taking time out today. I'm so sorry, everyone, for the technical difficulties we had in the beginning. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you so much for being dedicated to seeing this podcast every week. And we will see y'all very soon.
Wait a minute. One more thing.
Go ahead.
I want to let everybody know that I am having a live webinar.
Oh yes.
Called Ditch Disease in 3 Easy Steps. We'll put that in the show notes, right? So make sure you check before this ends. She's going to put it in there. And I think if I put in the comments, I don't know what that works.
Put in the comments. I'm going to put it in
the
YouTube, whatchamacallit, description box. Hold on. Let me.
Yes. It's September 25th. It's a live webinar. No cost to you. I need to put free so people understand. Free webinar. I just want you to come to really know how you can ditch disease, man. I mean, we have to do this. It takes a community to help each other to really start really recognizing that you can make some changes. So I'm going to put the link in here too. Have any questions? Definitely, I'm on YouTube, I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm on Facebook now. I just got back into Facebook.
Everywhere, probably because I'm bothering you, but that's fine. I need you on.
Yeah, they could. Just reach out to her, reach out to me, something to let us know how we can really serve you and help you out.
Amazing. The link is everywhere right now, and when I post these videos, I will put the links in the comments. If you need it and you're on Instagram, because it doesn't let me post links in the comments there. Post. So just inbox me, inbox her. We will get you sorted. Be there on her live webinar.
Right.
All right. Awesome. So thank you guys. Have a beautiful, fantastic, wonderful week. Happy Monday. Go get it, community. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.